The reason we are engaged in this work of inner fitness is because life is bumping into life, creating more life. And we come here so that we can develop the tools that go with how we respond when life bumps into us. Today's workout is intention, vision, goal, depending upon which word you choose to use. So we're going to be building a vision in an area that is important for you in your life. We're going to talk about the 6 components that go into building a powerful intention for your life. And the first component is vision. And each one of you gets to choose which word works best for you. As long as you know what you're talking about, then the work that we're going to do today will be meaningful because you know what you're talking about. Vision, it tends to be the more global, the bigger overall picture that you hold for your life. But it's, intention can be the flip side of that coin, right? And for some people, because vision and intention are relatively newer to the nomenclature of this kind of work, right? So a lot of people are used to saying, well, the goal that I have for my life, whatever it is for you, that's what I want you to be conscious of. The purpose is that you get to imagine and reimagine and reimagine and reimagine your life as long as it is necessary. And we want to know how to do that in a way that at least we have a structure that we can work with until you don't need the structure. And when you don't need the structure, you'll be able to look at and experience your intention and yet see inside of it, see and feel inside of yourself the components that make up the structure. The reason that we want to take time and concretize your vision is we talk often about the power of having things be clear. It guides your behavior and thinking. It helps in the decision making. If you definitely know that you want to be, a rocket scientist, you are going to be making decisions in your life all along the way that support that. And even if you, go what some people might think is right, and you work as, in some totally unrelated field, when you know what your vision is, you know that unrelated field is being used inside of yourself for the moment to get you where you want to go. When you know where you want to go, it begins to live inside of you as an unspoken sort of reality, an unspoken place. You can almost feel it. You can more readily identify behavior and thinking that does not align and consciously decide to rethink that behavior when it doesn't align. It creates a boundary and a frame in which to work, and to guide your decision making. It's a gatekeeper. If you say that you really want to transform your life, and stop being reactive or be healthier or be more, um, be more, compassionate in relationships or whatever it is. When you find yourself in old habits, it literally goes, hello, you know, you're aware of what you're doing and you're aware of where you want to go. And now you have to more consciously choose, right? Okay, so we're going to focus on vision and intention, or whatever word you're using, because internalizing your desire, engaging with it enough to think about it and writing it down helps you remember what you want. When life, bumps into you, creating more life. When life threatens to create a direction that ignores or distances you from your goal. So there are no rules or hard, fast rules to setting an intention. What we're going to do is we're going to walk through the steps. You will take some notes about your own personal discoveries in these steps. We're going to cook up your vision today. So you're going to, with these 6 components, you're going to come up with the ingredients that are meaningful for your vision. And then at the back end of the workout, we're going to take time to literally write that vision in a more clear, resonating, and detailed way. Let's take a look at the 2 life wheels. And here's the question. What area of your life needs your attention and vision today? So here's what you get to do. The wheel on the left, I think that's the case for both of us. Well, the life wheel that says fun and recreation, career, money. Take a look at that wheel first and see if there's an area on that wheel that represents where you want to give your attention today. And you get to decide whether or not you're going to work on something global, like, your overarching intention for your life. Like, I wanted to be a respected, sought after working actress. That was my overarching career goal. Or if you were dealing with some sort of specific challenge and you want to get more specific, more nuclear, then you can do that. And you can find things on the second wheel that may act as prompts that help you focus in on the things that you want to address. So take a moment, identify whether or not what you're working with today is a bigger, more global vision, or is it specific to a particular area or need in your life. And you get there by answering the prompt. If I tell myself the truth, the area that most needs my attention is. So now with that area in mind, we're going to look at the 6 components. And the 6 components, it's having the intention, addressing the believability, adding yourself, adding emotion, adding, being clear about what the desired impact is, and writing it down. So those are the steps that we are going to walk through right this moment. Now, you've already identified your intention, where you want to go, right? Or vision or goal. You already know where it is that you want to go. So here is the important question. What do you want? What do you want? And just make notes. It's like if someone walked up to you and said, so what do you want in this area? What's your answer? Whatever area you have chosen, imagine that someone has just walked up to you and said, so what do you want in this area? And now, so now that person is listening to you say what you want, and you are allowing yourself to actually articulate what you want. That person is interested. I'm that person. I am that person. And so now I say, and why do you want it? Why do you want this thing that you say you want? Why do you want it? And you tell me. And those are the notes that you make right this moment. Why do you want it? Being connected to your why, being clear about your why, helps you to stay connected to what it is you want. Mm-hmm. Why do you want it? And now you've just told me why you want it. And because I'm interested in you, I want to get curious. So if you want this, what's missing? What's missing for you right this moment that this vision will fulfill? That missing creates a certain kind of yearning, a certain kind of visceral feeling that you are attempting to address, to manage, to mitigate, to embrace. So what is missing? Okay? So then I become really curious about something. As we are in this conversation, you say you want this, but when you check inside, how much do you believe that what you want is possible? When you check inside, how much do you believe that what you want is possible? And don't choose the percentage that you want to believe. Choose the percentage that represents what you believe. See, I can want to be a sought after working, successful actress. I can want that 100%. But when you check inside, for right this moment, what percentage of you believes that that's possible? So here's the good news about percentage. All you have to do is have a little bit of belief. You don't have to have 10%, you don't have to have 100%, you don't even have to have 50%. All you have to do is have a little bit of an opening inside of you that says it's possible. Because that simple possibility can make room for more, right? Okay, so that's component number 2 is your believability. So you have to have an intention. Then you have to, know why you want it, but that's all in the intention. That helps you to have the intention. And then your believability around that intention. And then number 3, this is going to seem kind of crazy, but number 3 is there has to be a you, a clearly defined and articulated you in your intention. Now, what do I mean by that? Particularly with women, so often our goals and our desires and our big dreams and those things that we think that we are really passionate about actually have something to do with things outside of us. It has to do with our family, or it has to do with, community building, or it has to do with succeeding at work. But when you put it under the microscope, it is held in our minds in a way where we are doing for others. We are creating for others, but we haven't actually put ourselves in our vision. And so the way in which we do that is that you want to focus on how you want to be and what you want to experience over what you do. How you want to experience yourself, how you want to be seen, how your efforts allow you to, and how do you, what is it that you want from family? Not what you want to create for others. How do you want to be in family? Why are you choosing family? Why do you want to put in all of this hard work, whether it's family or career or whatever? Like, what are your expectations? What are the feelings that you want to have? How do you want to see things and experience things? How do you want to be seen even? What are the choices you are making? Where are they taking you? If you are fulfilled, what are you experiencing? So include yourself with I statements, right? I want to be. I want to have. I want to experience. I want to. How are you benefiting? There's a lovely story about Shaq and Kobe. And Shaq says to Kobe, you know, in a really heated way, man, there's no I in team. And Kobe's retort was, yeah, but there's a M-E in that, and give me the damn ball, right? Sorry for the language, but that's so, you know, so in fact, repeat after me. Me, myself, and I belong in my pie. Everybody say that. Me, myself, and I belong in my pie. We're not going to cook up these pies and give them to everybody else, right? Me, myself, and I belong in my pie. So you want to make sure that you include yourself. It's okay to be on my team and add me. You know, add me to my dreams. And now, component number 4, you want to have emotion, right? You want to make sure that your dream, your vision, your goal is backed by, fortified by emotion. Because that's how the neurological connection happens. You connect your brain to your heart, you become formidable. And I want you to think about that for yourself. You just imagine those times when you have been hell-bent on getting something done, right? Hell-bent on getting something done. So let yourself feel your desire. Use your words that use words that evoke feelings. I ask with a yearning heart. I passionately and committedly desire every fiber in my being. I reach. My heart is fully invested and wide open. Just imagine the thing that you want and take a body stance that emotionally speaks to your really wanting it. On the count of 3, everybody takes some sort of, you don't have to get up, but make some sort of, you know, move into some sort of body position that says yes to you, that speaks to you being passionately invested in what you want, okay? So on the count of 3, take your body stance. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yes, yes, yes. Feel it, hold on to it. Yes, yes, you are letting yourself acknowledge with the passion that works for you that this is important. Hold on to it. Yes, yes. You feel that inside? Yeah. You want that for yourself because that helps you hang on to what it is you want. You know, we have been playing it cool in our lives for too long, right? Be passionate because the people who are passionate get what they want. And it doesn't matter what the rest of the people are saying or thinking. Number 5 is, we sort of touched on this, But if you are shining, if you are living the life that you want, what is that impact? Take a couple of notes. What is that impact? What are you, how are you impacting, and how are you being impacted by the fulfillment of your vision or your intention or your goal? Mhm. See it, hear it. What are people saying about you? You know, do you open your emails and what are the kinds of notes that are being sent to you? When you walk into a room, what do people say when they say, "Oh, I've heard all about you"? Or when you wake up and you look in the mirror, what is it that you see about yourself? We already know that the surviving self, it's the nature of the surviving self mind is to dance all around and to be totally engaged with a bunch of, worry, doubt, fear, and other distracting thoughts, right? When you are clear about the impact, you get to think about your impact, how you want to be impacted, and how you are impacting. That takes your attention away from the dancing of the surviving self-mind. And then the last component is the one that we get to engage in right this moment. And that is, the reason that we have journals is that they are magical places. When we write in our journal, we make things more concrete. We allow the unresolved to find its way to resolution in some mystical kind of way. What you're going to do is take about 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes, and really write down an intention for your life. Having these 6 components fresh in your mind, and we'll put them up, so that in your vision, you have touched on all of the things necessary for it to be a resonating vision. And enthusiastically, with love, with a sense of possibility and believability, write your vision for whatever it is that you are dealing with. It supports every step, right? Because no matter what you run into, that life bumping into life thing, you can come back to what your intention is. And now it's written down, and it's this beacon, this magnet that is pulling things towards it. The notion of becoming more aligned and comfortable with giving yourself attention, and walk through those 6 steps. Any area of our life at any moment can be the place where we create a more specific, intentional vision. It doesn't have to be, that big, what we're going to do with the rest of our lives. It can be where we are right this moment, and identifying where we want to be and what we want for our lives in this small, specific area. But that's the deal, right? We keep meeting ourselves where we are. We are not a stagnant, fixed experience. And as we peel the layers, we meet up with ourselves in new ways. And what it takes to truly move into that default place where you can, this is one of my favorite t-shirts, where you can literally consciously choose, you know, it says think possibility. I have choice. But so often we have lived without the choice to choose. We have taken on default choices and fallen out of the opportunity and the reality that we are actually choosing all the time. So the whole point of inner fitness is to be able to choose.
Come thrive at Phoenix Rising, February 2024.
Inner Fitness community, I invite you to stay, join, and learn to turn wellness concepts into action. Living life well takes practice, y'all. So simply click the subscribe button to practice together, grow this conversation, and change the world. I can't wait to read your comments and hear how your life changes for the better. Thank you for subscribing. Let's thrive.